You are aware that those vanquished in tourney forfeit their arms, armour and horse to the victors and must ransom them back.
Aye.
And you have coin to pay such ransom.
I won't have legal coin.
Confident. He's never had a boot to the head. He's bunked enough doorways, though.
Yeah. Roll for reaction, two nerds with quick wit. Press played in action, laugh, yell and call out shit. Roll them dice, pick an aspect. Set the vibe for the scent, capping on the web. You'll go disrespect. Digging peers, watching with the crew in the mix.
Welcome to Roll for Reaction. I am your host, Dig. This is my co-host, Parrish. What up, Parrish?
Hi, I am feeling, what's the word? It's not anticipatory, it's apprehensive. Because this is supposed to be a tonal shift from what we last watched. And what we last watched was Fallout, post-apocalyptic, funny action. So a tonal shift from that could be anything. Could be leaning more horror, leaning more drama, leaning more depressing. I don't like things that are depressing. It makes me feel bad.
Okay. Yes, we have a new look show coming up here. Parrish doesn't know what it is. I do.
It says HBO. I have thoughts.
Go ahead. Guess.
I can't remember what the the House of the Dragon interlude. I cannot remember what the name of it is.
The Night of the Seven Kingdom?
Yeah, that.
Oh, all right. What else?
What else? No, that's my thought. Pretty much just like that. I don't think I have any other thoughts about what could possibly be on HBO.
Wow. I mean, Barry could have made a movie.
No.
All right. We're going to go ahead and go with our new look and things like that. Like, you know, the surprise and anticipation has been faltered by a theory gone in there. Because show them your shirt. Hold on. Let me overthink this. Yep. Exactly.
Absolutely everything.
All right, we are going to go with this first look at a new series.
You were a true knight. You never beat me when I didn't deserve it. Except that time with Maiden Pool.
Oof. Double.
Oh, that's a shallow as fuck grave.
I'd leave your sword for it. It would only rust in the ground. I wish you didn't die, sir.
So I was going to complain about like how they didn't wet his shirt enough before the scene, but I appreciated it because his shirt got more wet as the scene went on. So yay.
Yeah, that's how rain works.
Yeah, well, no, I was like just the whole like soak his shirt so I can get a good view. That's all.
Yeah, as a champion of the worker, I'm glad that like they didn't make them keep on shooting while a storm was constantly going on. That was artificial rain of like some kind, I'm sure.
Eat like a king if I sold you 3.
Or if you roasted them.
For a year or 2. Then what? Stop raping, sir!
Just level 1 player, level 0.
Yeah. He's got good stats though. He looks big next to the horses.
So far, we can give his dex is probably about 11, strength maybe 18. He's tall, and con probably like 12 and stuff like that because he's been in the hedges. Doesn't know the words, so intelligence is not maybe an 8, and then that's all we have. But from that speech that he gave without anything, I liked that opening speech, so maybe like charisma 16, uncharacteristic for a fighter type.
There is a tourney at Ashford Meadow.
You're being judged.
That's the intro. Nothing grandiose like we're expecting, and I like that like misdirection that they gave us, like dun 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 dun, dun and it's like ugh, ugh. I'm scared shitless. My like dad is dead, and I don't know. Yeah, I relate to that very much. Like, you know, dad died. Like, what am I gonna do?
I want the palfrey rubbed down, and oats for all three. Can you tend to them?
I could. I wanted.
None of that. See to the horses. You'll get a copper if you do well, and a clout in the ear if not.
He's a big boy, and they're definitely shooting to emphasize that.
Mm-hmm.
Swear I couldn't tell you why. Knights are built the same as other men. And I never knew a joust to change the price of eggs. Bound for the tourney yourself.
I dreamed of you. Stay the fuck away from me.
Never you mind that much, sir. I'll see about your food.
I mean to offend you.
Take that armor off you. Now. I'll be glad Thunder didn't kick you in that fool head of yours.
Are you going to the tourney then? Do you mean to enter the lists?
Yeah, I suppose I do.
Take me with you, sir. Please.
I've no need for a squire, lad.
Every knight needs a squire. You look like you need one more than most.
I promise you. You're better off not squiring for the likes of me.
Yeah, I'm level 1. I can't have a companion. A penny. Dude, it's like Oshford Meadow. This is an interesting look at like Westeros from like the small folk from the peasantry.
I wish to speak to the master of the games.
Oh, mating pool. That's nice.
What do you want? A knight with a name, perhaps?
Dunk. Sir Dunk.
He's dunking.
I was...
But I've never heard of this Alan of Pennytree. You were his squire, you say?
He always meant for me to be a knight. Charged me to be a good knight.
To defend the weak and the innocent.
Serve the realm with all my might.
Swore to the warrior.
You knight can make a knight, it's true.
I'm no farmer.
Yet you've come dressed as one. You're late, master. You'll be known to the true knights here assembled.
There was a pavilion, flying the banner of House Dundari.
Aye, Sir Manfred of that house.
Sir,
Like, Beric Dondarrion was the one that kept coming back from the dead, right?
I have no clue.
That would be Beric Dondarrion. He was brought back multiple times by Thoros of Myr, who followed the Lord of Light.
So if Dondarrion vouches for him about Sir Arlen, then he can. Like,
You are aware that those vanquished in tourney forfeit their arms, armour and horse to the victors and must ransom them back.
Aye.
And you have coin to pay such ransom.
Oh, God's no. I mean, I won't
Yeah.
have any point.
Confident. He's never had a boot to the head. He's bunked enough doorways, though.
And he's been clouted in the ear for his whole childhood.
Yes. Sometimes the ear and the doorway at the same time. The fist in the doorway simultaneously.
It's a hedge knight, ain't it? What? It's like a knight, but sadder.
No, I'm not.
It's got to sleep in the hedges because no lord will have it.
When do you expect Sir Manfred to wake?
It might want to try back at Evenfell.
Evenfall.
Do not muck about with me, Raymond.
What is that, an apple sigil?
I'm Sir Stephen Fossaway. Come try me.
I may not be right, but my cousin's rotten to the core. Knock the seeds out of him.
They got a bit of an apple theme, I guess, as a family.
That's their sigil. That's
yeah,
their sigil.
so they call each other right when they're grown up. Finding himself a good hedge.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got skill in that. Like, Survive was probably nuts. With, like, feet even, maybe.
Another tree to take a dump by.
Another shot for the ladies? Okay.
I've seen quite enough of that pale ass.
Oh, please. Get out of here.
I have my own pale ass that I can look at whenever I like. That's all right.
Available to... Oh, what the...
He's napping still.
That's one less ass. You've got to look at... What?
On account of his gouty toes. One of life's absurd little miseries, to be sure. Makes for restless nights. The poor dear.
Absolutely, it's just... Well, it is of some urgency that I speak with him, so I may enter the lists.
What's this? It means the joust. Awful dangerous, that.
Yes, well, I'm not troubled with the wealth of options, am I? And if I mean to take service in a castle...
It must put its body at hazard for the pleasure of strangers. Ain't that our job?
Huh. Shut up. You're meant to be dead.
Oh.
Fine to say the trade, lad.
They're specialists.
Be good to your body, knight. Last one you like to have.
Nice foreshadowing. Fake dragons. Oh. Dornish girl. Spank
he is
bank.
easy to
Save.
pick out in a crowd. That is a big boy. I wonder if they ran the casting
glance.
for extras under a certain height.
You and your cousin riding the tourney?
He will. I would that I could, but I'm only a squire.
Lionel Baratheon. The laughing storm, we call him.
I thought he'd be bigger. 4,000.
Damn, a lamb leg.
Oh.
Then why the fuck are you in my tent?
So supper?
Poor
The
guy.
laughing storm.
He's so out of his death, the poor baby.
Actually makes sense. What is your name?
Do you like dancing?
Isn't everyone?
No, he's good at dancing. It's simple. It's like,
He's so cute.
Oh.
Hot.
I guess it's like a local game. Or he's being groomed.
He's a grown man, is he not?
What chance do I have? Truly.
I have no chance.
He said truly. you don't have a chance. Yeah, I mean, he could win it all or lose it all. And what else is he gonna do? He'll live good for 2 years and then...
Perhaps we would speak on the morn.
I know your petty knight not, nor you, brother. Be gone.
You? What are you doing?
Cooking the fish. You want some?
What are those doing there?
I wash them. I make the fire, cook the fish, hand groom the horses. I would have raised your pavilion, but I couldn't find one.
My pavilion. Sir Duncan the Tall.
Never heard of him.
Do you know every knight in the Seven Kingdoms, then?
The good ones.
You got a name, thief?
Egg.
And if you'll swear to do as you're told, I'll let you serve me for the tourney. I promise not to beat you.
Too much?
Certainly you deserve it.
Yes, my lord.
Sir.
Falling star brings luck to those who see it.
Go to sleep, boy.
All the other knights are in their pavilions by now, staring up at silk instead of sky.
So the luck is ours alone?
He got it finally. Yeah, wisdom dump stat, definitely.
That's adorable. Oh my god. I like that. The different way they speak. There's a lot you can tell by an accent. Or possibly.
Elaborate on that.
Egg has a very crisp has very crisp diction, whereas Dunk is not so educated or smooth, and that is a very nice contrast.
It is a very nice contrast. Yeah, like, and I think that I'm confirmed in my charisma score because he doesn't say things. He just like folks are like, like you did it a couple of times also. Like they're wait a minute. Like one more here is like some hope for you, lad. Like the Master of Games gave it to him. The whore gave it to him. Sir Lionel was like, do you get hit a lot? And he was like, what? Like, because he does. Like, Lionel Baratheon's got sense motive or, like, empathy, as they have in Fate, to, like, gauge his, like, high concept aspect. It's loading up. There we go. That's not the roll. We do the roll. We do this here at Roll for Reaction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for Game of Thrones. All right. Plot. I'll go first. Very nicely paced. Like, not like a indulgent, like, say, Pluribus, where it's just like, look at everything. Look at this scene. It's like it's like a cinematographer looking for a pat on the head for look at what check it out. Look at that, and there might be Easter eggs and clues. This is just like real quick and like whatnot, like dude digging something, and then like it's a great show don't tell. It's not Dunk sitting against a tree like, well, my master died after having raised me for so he gave us his whole backstory in his eulogy for Sir Arlen, and that was all that we needed. And they set the tone with is this done? Nope. It's sitting behind a tree, and living in hedges, and wearing rough spun and stinking, and eating instead of ramen noodles you have salted beef, or fish and stuff like that. And they go into the short story in to the book, which I read. That's what he uses his helmet for the most. You fill it with water, and then you put in salt beef in the morning time, and then you put it up in a tree or hide it, and then you go and do your business, come back, rinse it. No, actually, your squire would be, now that he has one, what he used to do is that you would have to every hour pour it out, more water, pour it out, more water, pour it out, more water. I learned that from when Oprah and Gail went on that Colonial House or reality show, and folks got to live like they did 300 years ago and shit like that. Yeah, so and then the whole I have a mission. I'm going to, everything's very, very simple plot line and stuff like that. Go to an end, gather information, introduce a character. Okay, go to the a city or to Ashford Town. We set it up. It looks like this. Master of Games. And they did the little misdirection of we're going to put you in the spike chair, and which is what you expect in Game of Thrones, but he's like, no. No, things are not that high stakes here, lad. They're not that high stakes. We just got to be careful about who we let into the tourney, because there's princes coming. I guess that the Targaryens are coming. So, can't do anything for you, really. I don't know you're Sir Arlen in this and that, And then Dunk's like, damn. All right. Dunk is just like, well, he said that. I'm going to go on. And then even Mr. Spitty Spit couple was like, wait a minute. Who did your knights serve for? Maybe they're here. Gave him another thing and stuff like that. And the whore was like, look, we don't mean to mock you, but we see a lot of young guys come through here and stuff like that to die basically for the entertainment of strangers. You should be careful. Like all of these little points stuff like that. Sir Lionel spotting him in a room with eye candy. Dunk is just slouching, but his nascent charisma is hey, come over here. Stop slouching. Give me something. Nothing? What are you here for? Food. Makes sense. All right, well, you'll pay for this by dancing. Can you dance? Hell yeah! Like that's such a like that's such a contrast for a Game of Thrones first episode. Like it's not we're stuck here behind the wall, and apparently something kills off whole villages of like wildlings decoratively, even like children. And yeah, and and there they are right there. But that can't be. But they're here. Holy shit! Like let me run away and like warn people. I saw them. Yeah, but you left the wall. I did, but I saw them. You're about to get murdered, all right, by our main protagonist. Ned Stark cut his head off, or like a House of the Dragon where it's like childbirth is awful. Like yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like all of this is just like I'm a knight. And I'm going to try to be one. So let's see. So maybe I can get some money, or I could lose it all, but I'm a knight, and that's my self-concept, and so that's what I'm doing. Do you want to go with tone? Because you did tone on the last one. You want to
I can go with tone. It's a
go
different
ahead.
tone
Go ahead.
thing. Just because the big thing for tone is what you already pointed out, the very sober funeral out in a field, and then the punctuation mark at the end of that scene was him having a bowel movement behind a tree, and just a very revealing shot of it at the end. And that it works a lot with the general tone that goes through Game of Thrones, which is the filth of the age.
Grittiness.
This isn't
like gritty.
high fantasy. This is somewhere where you die of an infected wound.
This is
and that's just let's
anti-fairy
establish
tale.
just from the beginning. The hygiene ain't great. But then it is, as you said, a lot lighter than the other things that we've seen in Game of Thrones because we're at a much lower level. This guy is, in his head, he's got a storybook idea of being a knight because he traveled with one man, and it seems like that one man was his world. So he has what that man's values were. Which
How do you feel about Dunk as a character? How do you feel about him?
I think that he's innocent, and he's in a world where there isn't that, and he was sheltered from it by being the squire to his knight. All he got was his knight's input on whatever to navigate the world, and now he's going into it on his own, and that innocence is going to be tested, but that test is kind of mitigated by the fact that he's a tall, good-looking man. So he has a bit of an edge in dealing with the realities that are going to hit him.
Yeah, like you got to look at his ass 3 times now. That I'm like thinking.
It's not that fascinating.
Even though it's disgusting and passing.
His shoulders are great. No, asses aren't disgusting. Well, when they're doing what they're most usually used for, they're not the most fun. It's not my kink. But
okay,
it's not that much of a treat.
Wow.
What?
Okay, I got what you meant by your kink and the shoulders remark. Yeah, like I wasn't even thinking about that, but I was just thinking about how that like might be like a sexual difference that like maybe men like men and women like asses, but maybe men have a special affiliation towards it, perhaps.
Also, I'm just one
whereas,
woman.
like
Some
shoulders,
women.
height and shoulders, like I'm watching these like failed like young kids trying to find dates on YouTube shows and stuff like that. Women want height and shoulders.
Money?
Are a plus to that. Well, that's the number one thing. Like, and these young girls, they're like, well, I don't think that I can date you if you don't make $100,000 per year. They have those kind of numbers
How much
in their head.
Bitch? Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. But then because they're whatever spoiled, or they're getting their ideas from social media, which really just only rewards the extreme. But then you see the like videos with like women that were hot when I was young, and now they're single, and they've been single the whole time, and lonely now, like But anyway, that's like beside the point. How do you feel about Egg? How do you feel about him?
He does look like he could be fed more. He should probably have a hat. His skin's very pale, and with his head shaved down like that, he's due for a terrible sunburn over that scalp.
What emotions does his characterization call up in you?
Protectiveness. Goddamn. He's fragile looking, and he's a child, and I'm a mom. Other than that, he clearly has a lot more going on upstairs than Dunk does, which is going to be which is such a fun dynamic, and you can already see it taking place with the like little shot of him smiling as what he meant when he was talking about the falling star finally percolated through Dunk's skull. The I'll feed you and I'll take care of you and I'll teach you things. I'm the mentor because I'm the big adult man. And then you've got the kid who's like, I will play you like a fiddle. Let me just learn what makes this instrument sing for me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. Like, Egg is going to groom him into being a knight because he knows knights.
Yeah.
Perhaps it seems like to like know a whole lot, but I'm really liking this. Like, premiere was very solid. I want to watch more. Do you?
I do. Dunk is so wholesome. He's so wholesome. Yeah. And I have seen a little bit of Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon and Westeros stuff, and I really like the wholesome. And I will indulge in it as long as it lasts because it is really nice. It feels good.
Yeah, well, that is the tension. They did a good job of establishing him firmly, and it's like you feel bad for him, and everybody else does. So it's like, But like we know the world way better than he does, as like Game of Thrones and George R. R. Martin, Simpson cucks, and I heard a very funny theory from this guy Predictive History. He was talking to a comedian, had him on his podcast, and he said that what George R. R. Martin is probably doing is that he'll never finish off Game of Thrones. The Winds of Winter, because the mass anticipation of him finishing off that book, that psychic energy, that placebo effect is keeping him alive, literally. And then I hear that he was initially back when Game of Thrones was at its height, he was Dunk and Egg, that was a good story and stuff like that, maybe a couple of references, but we're not going to do Dunk and Egg. But here he is. And I hear that those are the books that he's writing on now. That's what he would rather write on than finish off Game of Thrones. He wants to tell more Dunk and Egg stories. There are 3 books.
Yeah.
And, given his mythology, he owes us 4 more.
I feel like
7.
Part of the I'm not going to finish the Winds of Winter, you said, is there's expectations that are built up, and they're almost worse because of the series, how the series went, the TV series went. The expectations, it has to live up to the way that people felt at the beginning of the series, and not the incredible disappointment at the end. And he's like, I can't. I'm going to write this book, and people are going to be pissed off, and I'm going to lose all my popularity. Either that, or there's a really angry demon somewhere that he signed a deal with to finish a series at the height of popularity, and he's just like, I'm not just not going to write this last book.
Yeah, so he has to stay alive until I not go to hell. Yeah. That's a creative one. From what I see in interviews, it's probably more of the former. It's like Game of Thrones has finished its story and it was horrible because he didn't write it. So to him, it's probably tainted. Yuck, gross. So, but House of the Dragon still has another season coming up in it, because that was just 2 books, so probably just 3 seasons, I guess. Or maybe 4. Who knows? But, Dunk and Egg, especially for an old guy like that, it's a nice change for him as a writer from what he's known for, from just the tonal shift by itself and the perspective of, small people. Yeah, I definitely want to watch more of this. What did you think about this? Say so down in the comments, your favorite, character, basically, from this episode and whatnot. I like Dunk. We both like Dunk. This was written for us to like Dunk. Although probably, in a second, just for characterization, it's a tie, but I'm going to say number 2 is Lionel Baratheon.
Yes, he was very...
And number 3 is Raymond Fosselwaite. the young apple. Because
There are
they're
a
just
lot of,
friendly guys.
characters that
Yeah.
pull you in, that clearly have a lot more going on behind them, and just the way they were done. Really great casting, I want to say.
Very good casting indeed. Yeah, so this was like a great episode, despite the obvious necrophilia undertone in one of the scenes. But what else can they do for us, Parrish?
They can like and subscribe.
They can definitely do that. And thank you very much for watching as we ride out to the Game of Thrones theme, which is right here. Oh, let me turn it down for you a little bit. Yeah, be sure to watch the rest of our playlist of our medieval fun and stuff like that. This is probably going to replace the Mighty Nine maybe, but we still got that we can go to for people who like that anime kind of thing. And
Everyone's
maybe like
got pointy
Red
ears.
Dash
Everyone has pointy ears and is hot.
Exactly right. If as hot as drawings can be. Anyway, that's my anime rant. But thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you next time. Check out our other videos. Like and subscribe. Bye bye.
Bye.
Digging Pierce watching with the crew in the mix. Comment and subscribe, yeah, we'll shout you out next. Sci-fi, fantasy, drama or comedy, movie or TV, we'll say must see or leave it be. Get your drink and scram, get ready to lock in.